You don't drink too much, but still you wake up 2, 3, even 4 times every night just to pee. Why? It's not your age. It's not always your health. Sometimes it's the way you drink water that's quietly disturbing your sleep without you even realizing it. You lie down after a long day, only to be woken up again and again. The bed feels warm, but your bladder won't let you stay. Your legs ache from walking back and forth. And by morning, the body is awake, but the spirit is still tired. But here's the good news. The problem might not be your age. It might just be how and when you drink water. Today, we'll uncover 6 surprising water drinking mistakes that even doctors say many seniors are making without realizing the damage to their sleep bladder and energy. Stay with me. These small changes can bring real peace back into your nights. Before we begin, I want to hear from you. Where are you watching this video from and what time is it right now? Please share in the comments below. Even the smallest moment from your day means a lot to me. And if you find this helpful, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the next insight made just for you. Now let's pause for a moment and think. Why does something as pure and essential as water cause so much disturbance at night? For elders like Srinivas, uncle from Hyderabad, or Pushpa Didi in Bhopal, this has become a nightly struggle. You lie down hoping for rest, but the urge comes again and again. The sleep breaks. The body feels tired, and by morning, even chai doesn't bring the freshness it once did. You see, our kidneys and bladder have a natural rhythm. During the day, they filter fluids actively. But at night, the body is meant to slow down. It's a time for repair, stillness, Vishram. But when we drink water incorrectly too much or too late, this peaceful system gets disturbed. The bladder fills, and even the smallest amount can trigger the brain to say, "Wake up." After the age of 60, our bladder muscles called sphincters become weaker. That means even if there's not much urine, we feel a strong urge to go. And so we walk half asleep across cold floors, sometimes 2 or 3 times before sunrise. There's more. In India, conditions like Madhumeha diabetes and Uch Raktachap high BP are very common among seniors. Both can cause more frequent urination, especially at night. Diabetes increases sugar in the blood and the body pushes it out through urine. Blood pressure medicines often act as diuretics, making you lose more water. And then there are evening drinks, chas, nimbu pani, even green tea. These may seem healthy, but taken late, they gently nudge your bladder awake while the rest of you wants to sleep. Every time you wake up, your sleep cycle resets. That deep healing nidra, it gets broken. And without good sleep, there's less energy, more body aches and a foggy mind the next day. Plus, waking up in the dark increases the risk of falls, a real danger for elders. But here's the silver lining. By simply understanding your body's timing and changing when and how you hydrate, you can support better sleep without giving up on water. Next, let's explore the 6 water drinking habits that might be silently ruining your nights and what you can do instead to bring peaceful, uninterrupted sleep back into your life. Mistake 1. Drinking too much water. After 7 p.m., let me tell you a story that might sound familiar. Sunita Didi, 62 years old, lives in a quiet lane of Lucknow. A loving grandmother and devoted temple-goer, she takes her health very seriously. One evening, her neighbor mentioned Didi drink at least 3 glasses of warm water every night. It flushes out toxins from your body. Wanting to stay healthy, Sunita Didi made it a routine. every night after dinner, she would sit on her wooden Sharpay, sip 3 glasses of warm water, and only then go to bed. But within a few days, something strange started happening. She began waking up 2, sometimes even 3 times every night to go to the bathroom. Her sleep broke, her legs ached from walking in the dark, and by morning she felt more tired than rested. You see, after 7 or 8 p.m., our body begins to slow down. The kidneys don't filter water as actively at night, so the extra water doesn't get processed. Gently, it just rushes down to the bladder, putting pressure and creating that constant urge to urinate. This is why for elders, drinking too much water late in the evening can be a hidden enemy of peaceful sleep. So what's the solution? Simple: shift your water intake to earlier in the day. Start your morning with a glass of warm water from a copper bottle. Tamba ka lota sip regularly throughout the day, after meals, during your chai break, and especially between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Think of water like sunlight, best taken when the body is active and alert, not when it's winding down. This small change brought big relief to Sunita Didi. Now she drinks more water in the daytime and just a few sips after dinner. And guess what? She only wakes up once, or sometimes not at all, during the night. So if you've been drinking lots of water in the evening, hoping to cleanse your system, pause and ask, is your body thanking you for it or struggling silently while you sleep? Let's move to the next common mistake elders often make without even realizing it. Mistake 2: skipping water during the day, then drinking it all in the evening. Ravi Uncle 68 from Nagpur has a habit that many elders might relate to. During the day, he gets so caught up in household chores, reading the newspaper or watching cricket that he often forgets to drink water. Sometimes he goes hours without even a sip. Then, as the sun begins to set and dinner is over, he suddenly remembers, Are, I didn't drink enough water today. So he gulps down 2 or 3 glasses in one go, thinking he's doing his body a favor. But that habit, it backfires. When we ignore hydration during the active part of the day and suddenly overload the body in the evening, it doesn't help with detox. Instead, it shocks the system. The kidneys try to catch up, but the bladder pays the price. And by midnight, Ravi Uncle finds himself stumbling half asleep to the bathroom again. As we age, our body's thirst signal becomes weaker. That means even when we need water, we don't feel thirsty. But the body still needs it for digestion, for joint health, for brain clarity, and yes, for better sleep. So what's the wiser way? Think of drinking water like tending to a tulsi plant. You don't pour a bucket at night, you give small amounts gently and regularly during the day. Start your day with warm water, then sip slowly after breakfast, between lunch and tea time. Carry a small copper or steel bottle with you and place it where you can see it near your mandir, your reading chair, or by the television. Make hydration a habit, not a task. This one simple change, distributing your water intake evenly, can reduce nighttime urination and also keep your energy levels steady all day long. Let's move on to another mistake many elders unknowingly make, especially just before bedtime. Mistake 3: drinking water too close to bedtime. At around 9:45 p.m., just after finishing her prayers and applying shandan on her forehead, Kanta Didi from Surat settles into her bed. The lights are dim, her cotton sari neatly folded beside her, and a copper glass of warm water rests on her nightstand. Every night, like clockwork, she takes 2 big gulps from that glass, thinking to herself, Pani to pina hi chahiye, dehydration is dangerous, especially at this age. She means well. Like many elders, she believes staying hydrated is key to flushing toxins and keeping a skin glowing, joints moving, and digestion smooth. And yes, water is life. But timing, dear friends, is everything. Because what happens next, around 1:00 a.m., Kanta Didi's eyes pop open. That uncomfortable fullness in the lower belly returns. She sits up, slowly finds her slippers, and tiptoes toward the bathroom in the dark. Again, at 3:30 a.m., it repeats. And sometimes just before sunrise, one more trip. The body is awake, but the mind is foggy. Her sleep is scattered, shallow, and unsatisfying. Here's the simple reason why when we drink too much water too close to bedtime, especially after 9 p.m., it doesn't get the chance to be fully absorbed. Instead of gently nourishing your cells, it quickly heads down to the bladder. And your bladder, already more sensitive with age, gets triggered at even the slightest pressure. As we age, the muscles that hold urine in place, called the sphincters, become weaker. The brain gets quicker in sending urgency signals even if there's only half a glass of urine inside. That's why for someone over 60, drinking water right before bed is like setting an alarm for nighttime disturbance. But wait, some of you may be wondering, what if I feel thirsty before sleeping? Of course, listen to your body. If your throat feels dry, take a small sip or two. But avoid drinking an entire glass of water just before lying down. The key is balance. It's better to hydrate properly during the day and reduce intake in the last 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. You can even create a small nighttime routine. For example, have your last full glass of water around 8 p.m., maybe right after dinner. Then do your walk, watch your favorite episode on Doordarshan or Z Classic, and prepare for sleep without a full bladder tagging along. Ayurveda also gently recommends sitting down while drinking water, especially at night. It helps the body absorb it more mindfully. And choosing Ushna Jal, slightly warm water over cold water, is better for digestion and calming the nerves. Now let's talk about something important. Many elders wake up in the night and blame their age, the kidneys, or even the medicines. But sometimes the answer lies in these small daily habits. Drinking water too late is one of the biggest yet most overlooked reasons behind nighttime urination. Once Kanta Didi made this small shift, drinking her last glass by 8 p.m., and only sipping lightly after that, she saw a real difference. Fewer nighttime bathroom trips, deeper sleep, and more energy in the mornings. Even her morning yoga stretches started feeling easier. So if you've been unknowingly drinking too close to bedtime, try changing the timing. Your bladder will thank you. And so will your peaceful sleep. Coming up next, we'll look at a surprising group of drinks many elders think are healthy, but they may actually be keeping you up all night. Mistake 4. Drinking healthy beverages in the evening that secretly trigger the bladder. Mahesh Uncle, 70 years old, from Ahmedabad, is known in his colony for being sharp, cheerful, and particular about his health. Every evening, like a peaceful ritual, he sits on his balcony watching the birds return to their nests while sipping on a warm cup of Adrak Tulsi green tea. He believes it keeps his digestion strong and immunity boosted. And to be fair, green tea does have its benefits. But here's what Mahesh Uncle didn't know: certain drinks, even healthy ones, can act as mild diuretics. That means they gently stimulate the kidneys to produce more urine. Not a problem if taken in the morning or early afternoon. But if taken after sunset, the bladder doesn't rest. Mahesh uncle began to notice he was waking up twice, sometimes 3 times each night to urinate. He thought it was just aging, or maybe side effects of his diabetes medication. But after speaking with a local urologist, he realized the real culprit was sitting in his favorite mug. Drinks like green tea, herbal infusions, nimbu pani chas, buttermilk, even coconut water, nariyal pani, all are known for their cooling or cleansing properties. But taken late in the evening, they can disturb your sleep by activating your kidneys and filling your bladder just when your body is preparing to rest. For elders, this is especially important to understand. After 60, our bodies process fluids more slowly. And the bladder, as we've said before, doesn't hold as much or respond as strongly. So even mild stimulation leads to nighttime urges. One more hidden culprit: soups. Many Indian homes have the habit of having vegetable soup, tomato shorba, or clear broth before dinner. It feels light and healthy, but if it's water-based and taken after 8 p.m., it's still liquid, and it will head straight to your bladder before you can settle into sleep. So what can we do instead? You don't have to give up your favorite drinks. Just shift the timing. If you enjoy nariyal pani, have it mid-morning. If green tea helps with digestion, drink it after lunch, not after dinner. Chas. Great with your lunchtime thali, not as a bedtime sip. And if you need something warming after dinner, opt for a few small sips of warm water or milk boiled with a pinch of haldi turmeric. It's gentle, comforting, and won't send you running to the bathroom at 2 a.m. Mahesh uncle made this switch. Now he has his green tea around 4 p.m. and ends his night with a small glass of turmeric milk. The result: more restful nights, fewer interruptions, and even better digestion, just like he wanted. So the next time you reach for your healthy drink in the evening, ask yourself, is it helping me sleep, or is it quietly waking me up later? Up next, we'll explore how your evening meal, especially salty foods, could be playing a sneaky role in keeping your bladder overactive at night. Mistake 5. Eating salty foods at dinner and not drinking water earlier in the day. Every evening around 8:30 p.m., Savitaben, 66 years old from Rajkot, would sit on the floor with her dinner plate, 2 soft rotis aloo, sabzi, a spoon of mango pickle, and her favorite bhujia on the side for crunch. It was her comfort meal, light yet satisfying. She would avoid drinking much water with dinner, thinking it might bloat her or disturb digestion. And then only after brushing her teeth and finishing her TV serial, she'd remember, oh, I didn't drink much water today, and gulp down a full glass before bed. But soon, Savitaben started waking up at night. Not once, but 2 or 3 times. Her mouth would feel dry, her throat parched, and the urge to urinate came fast. Her deep sleep was gone. By morning, her eyes were heavy and her energy was low. What was happening? Well, here's the thing. Salty foods like achar, pickle, papad, bhujia, namkeen, and even masala, heavy sabzi, make your body hold on to water. Your cells cling to every drop, trying to dilute the salt. But later in the night, when the body starts balancing itself, it sends signals to release the extra water. And where does that water go? Straight to the bladder. If you've also had less water throughout the day, your body becomes even more sensitive. It's dehydrated but also overloaded with salt, causing confusion in your system. The result: restless nights, dry mouth, and frequent trips to the bathroom. It's a cycle many elders don't realize they're stuck in. In Indian homes, dinner is often the heaviest or spiciest meal. Achar is loved by all generations. And with age, our taste buds dull a bit, so we crave more salt to feel the flavor. But this small comfort can cause big discomfort later. So what's the gentle solution? First, try to reduce salt-heavy items at dinner. Choose lightly spiced sabzi, fresh roti or khichdi, and skip the extra namkeen or pickle if possible. Use senda namak or rock salt in small amounts if you like milder options. Second, hydrate your body during the day. Don't let your system go dry until evening. Begin your morning with a glass of warm water. Sip throughout the day, especially after lunch and before tea time. When your body is hydrated early, it won't desperately hold water at night. And if your mouth feels dry after dinner, take a few small sips of water, just enough to feel moist, but not enough to load your bladder. Savitaben began making these changes slowly. She replaced her bhujia with a few slices of cucumber. Instead of late-night water gulps, she drank more in the afternoon. Within a week, her nighttime urination reduced and her mornings felt lighter, more relaxed. It's not about removing all flavor from your food, it's about giving your body enough support to rest peacefully. Next, we'll look at one more common mistake that many elders make without thinking, choosing cold water over warm, and how that too can silently disturb your bladder at night. Mistake 6. Drinking cold water instead of warm, especially at night. Every summer evening in Chennai, Anand Uncle 71 had a fixed habit. After his evening walk and a light dinner of idli sambar, he would open the fridge, take out a chilled steel jug and pour himself a tall glass of ice-cold water. "It cools the body," he would say with a smile, wiping his forehead with a towel. But slowly, a pattern began to emerge. Despite a light dinner and calm evening, Anand Uncle would wake up twice every night to use the bathroom. Sometimes he even felt a slight cramp in his lower belly. He tried reducing how much he drank. He even cut down tea. But nothing helped. What was the problem? The answer lay in the temperature of the water. You see, according to both modern science and our ancient Ayurveda, cold water, even though it feels refreshing, can actually irritate the bladder lining. The sudden chill causes the bladder muscles to tighten. And when you drink it in the evening or night, the body reacts strongly, especially if you're over 60. Our internal system prefers warmth. Just like we use warm ghee, hot chai, or haldi milk to comfort ourselves, the bladder also prefers gentle warmth. Cold water can shock the system, especially when your digestive fire Agni is slowing down for the night. Ayurveda has always taught us, jal ko garam karke piyen sharir se mitrata rahegi. If you drink warm water, your body remains your friend. And now, modern urologists are finding that elders who switch to warm or room temperature water tend to sleep better and feel fewer bladder spasms. Cold water at night may also slow digestion, create AMA toxins, and increase the tendency to wake up. Even if the bladder is not full, the cold temperature can trigger the urgency. So what should we do? Try this in the evening. Store your water in a matka clay pot instead of the fridge. Matka water stays naturally cool, never icy. Or better yet, boil some water and let it become warm, not hot, not cold. Sip slowly. You can even add a tiny piece of ajwain or saunf if your digestion is sensitive. Make this small switch in your nighttime routine. Many elders like Anand Uncle found that just replacing cold water with warm brought surprising changes: fewer nighttime bathroom visits, less bloating, and more comfort while sleeping. It's not just about water. It's about harmony. Your body, especially after 60, responds best to warmth, calm, and rhythm. Drinking warm water is like speaking the language your body understands. So tonight, when you reach for that glass of water, pause. Ask yourself, is this glass helping me sleep, or is it waking my body before I even close my eyes? In the final part of this video, let's bring it all together and look at a few gentle lifestyle changes that support a healthier bladder and a truly peaceful night. Sometimes it's not just about what we drink, but also how we live. If you truly want to give your bladder a break and sleep peacefully through the night, your daily habits matter as much as your water intake. Start with the morning. Just 20 minutes of light walking, especially after sunrise when the air is still cool and fresh, can do wonders. It improves kidney function, boosts blood circulation, and signals the body to release fluids early in the day. Many elders in India find their first bathroom visit happens more completely after a short morning walk, reducing urges later. After meals, instead of lying down or sitting on the sofa, try simple yoga postures like Vajrasana or Pawan Muktasana. These gentle positions help digestion and reduce pressure on the bladder, especially helpful after dinner. Ayurveda also teaches us to sit while drinking water. When we drink standing up, the water rushes through the body and isn't absorbed properly. But when we sit and sip slowly, the body accepts the water calmly, allowing it to nourish the organs without shocking the system. Finally, add natural diuretics to your daytime routine. Things like Kira cucumber lauki bottle gourd and soaked methi dana fenugreek seeds in the morning help cleanse the system gently when the body is most active. These aren't big changes, but for elders who follow them with love and consistency, the results are peaceful nights and healthier days. So, my dear friends, today we've learned that sometimes it's not age or illness that's disturbing our sleep, but small habits like how and when we drink water. When we give our body the right support, it knows how to take care of us in return. These tips are shared for general awareness. If you're facing any health challenges, be sure to check with your doctor before trying anything new, especially if you're managing conditions like madhumeha, diabetes, blood pressure, or kidney issues. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What part of today's video felt most useful or familiar to you? Please write your thoughts below or just comment the word hope if you feel encouraged to take better care of yourself starting today. If this video brought you value, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share it with a loved one, a brother, a sister, your son, your neighbor. You never know who might be quietly struggling with the same issue. And as you get ready to rest tonight, may your home be peaceful, your sleep deep, and your heart light just like a soft breeze through the trees of a quiet garden. Take care. We'll meet again in the next video.